Alright, good evening ladies and gents. Welcome back to Compound Interesting. This is Emil and this is part 2 of my alt season extravaganza where I'm sharing my favorite altcoins at the moment, all the money I've been putting into, all the money that I've been investing at the moment. Most of it has been going into altcoins actually because they've really been popping off recently. We're kind of in an alt season at the moment. So as I mentioned in the previous video, altcoins have been flying up the past month. So just be, especially with this part 2 video, be very careful. You're not buying in at the perfect time. So just be very careful. Don't be too handy with your money. Don't just throw it away. So in part 1 I went through my favorite altcoins. So if you want to check out what my favorite altcoins were, I highly recommend you check out number 1. But they're kind of the safer plays, the bigger boys in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. So they're kind of safer bets, much more likely to succeed over this cycle and future cycles. So that's why I've put most of my money into those. However, in this video, we're going to be going through potential hidden gems, 50 to 100x coins, where you can make some crazy money, but obviously absolutely no guarantee. This is very risky stuff, and altcoins have been flying up the last month, as I showed you in the previous video. We're just starting this cryptocurrency run, and I think altcoins still have a long way to go, even though they have already run up quite a lot. So the best time to be buying was 30 days ago or a year ago probably, but if you're joining a little bit late to the party, don't fear. I think there is a lot of room to grow still. However, just be careful. Don't put enormous amounts of money into these highly speculative cryptocurrencies. So with all that said, maybe I should let me first go through the coins that I don't recommend you buy, and I'll explain why. So CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko are nice places where you can find different cryptocurrencies that you might want to invest in. So the coins I don't like are coins that are in the top 20 that aren't really pushing the needle or doing anything amazing. So I own some of these coins from 2017. I'm still holding the bag, but I don't think they're going to perform anywhere near as well as some of the other coins that I've mentioned. So the coins I wouldn't buy, XRP, everyone, like only noobs buy XRP. XRP is hated by the Bitcoin community passionately because it's not really decentralized or anything, but noobs for some reason love it. XRP, if you could see the graph of XRP, it's just pump and dump, and that's not what you want. You don't want to be in those pump and dump coins. Another coin that I wouldn't recommend investing in, like I've nothing against Litecoin, but I don't think it's going to perform very well. It probably won't even perform as well as Bitcoin in this cycle. It's kind of just a Bitcoin copycat that was supposed to be faster transactions, but it's not really. People don't go into cryptocurrencies for fast transactions. They can get fast transactions using Visa or PayPal or whatever. So Litecoin, another coin that's not really gonna go anywhere in my opinion. It might like, you probably won't lose money in Litecoin or a lot of money in Litecoin, but I don't think you're gonna make enormous money in Litecoin. Dogecoin, it's kind of a meme. I actually do own some Dogecoin. I do like the project, but yeah, if you're looking to actually make money, I don't think Dogecoin is the place to go either. But I do own Dogecoin because I'm a fan of memes, and yeah, I think they're funny. But just like XRP, you can see the chart of Dogecoin is just pump dump. Lastly, other coins I wouldn't buy are Bitcoin knockoffs. So Bitcoin knockoffs include Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV or Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. So these are trying to replace Bitcoin with some better feature or something. Sorry, it's not going to happen, boys. Bitcoin has been chosen as the king for a reason. Your crappy copycat version isn't going to do well, in my opinion. And if you look at the chart of Bitcoin SV or Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin, they've been bleeding like hell. So just stay away from those shit coins, in my opinion. So let's go into my favorite speculative altcoins. All right, so the best way to find potentially successful altcoins is to find the next big trend, the next trends in cryptocurrencies, rather than trying to find the next coin. Look out for what trends are popping up in cryptocurrencies, and then you can find what coins represent those trends. So as I mentioned in the previous video, DeFi is completely popping off. All right, like I mentioned in my last video, I think DeFi, decentralized finance, will be the biggest trend of 2021. It was the biggest trend in 2020, and I think it will continue being the biggest trend. So a lot of the big DeFi projects have already run quite a lot, but you could start looking into the smaller DeFi projects, or like I mentioned in the last video, basically all the big DeFi projects are built on Ethereum. So what you could potentially look out for are DeFi projects built on other platforms. So other platforms include Polkadot. So that's another ecosystem like Ethereum. It's a blockchain, a programmable blockchain, but Polkadot has some advantages over Ethereum. So you could look for DeFi projects on Polkadot that haven't, because they're on Polkadot, they're still extremely low market cap. All right, so an example of a project built on the Polkadot blockchain is Reef. So Reef is being talked about a lot. It only has a market cap of 138 million. So that's kind of equivalent to a small penny stock. So I think this could be an interesting project to look into. Another one built on the Polkadot blockchain is Polkastarter. Polkastarter is also a very interesting concept. So Polkastarter is, it's kind of like a crowdsourced venture capital fund. So it allows you to invest in these ICOs, but instead of being on Ethereum, they're on Polkadot. And Polkastarter has done very well, but it still has a tiny market cap. So Polkastarter only has a market cap of 193 million. So again, like a small penny stock. So enormous room to grow for both Polkastarter and Reef. All right, so the next hot trend you could try to get in on are NFTs. So this is something I find extraordinarily interesting. So NFTs are non-fungible tokens. So with Bitcoin, we know, well, you might not know, but Bitcoin are 100% fungible. What does fungible mean? It means one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. So there's no way to, basically there's no way to tell the difference from one Bitcoin to another. Kind of like with gold. If I give you a pure gold coin and someone else a pure gold coin, they're exactly the same theoretically. So what are non-fungible tokens? Why would you want something that doesn't equal something else? So basically what the idea is that they can represent something. So you can tokenize anything. So they're mostly for, at the moment, for digital art. So this token represents ownership of this piece of digital art. Now you might think that's totally insane. Why would anyone buy digital art? Digital art can be completely copied like that, sent halfway across the world. Like these digital art pieces, like there's no physical form of this. This is the artwork digitally online. However, you can own the token, which says you have ownership of this digital artwork. Now, most of you might think that's totally insane and completely stupid. Why would anyone buy a digital artwork? It can be copied like that. Well, like anyone could say that about physical art as well. The Mona Lisa could be copied better than it is right now, but it's the actual Mona Lisa that people want or has value. It's not the copy that has value. So that's what NFTs, non-fungible tokens, symbolize. So that's why I'm very interested in them. I haven't invested into any NFTs personally. So personally, I'm actually looking into, I want to actually buy some digital art. I'll probably lose some money in it, but I think that would be really cool to own a piece of digital art. Maybe it could do extraordinarily well in the future. An example of digital art are hash masks. So you can see hash masks. These are really interesting paintings, digital artworks. I'd like to buy one potentially in the future, but like some of them went for like $600,000 or even millions for a digital artwork. So maybe if you bought the right one, you could have done really well. You can flip these artworks, but hopefully you don't want to be left stuck with an artwork that no one wants. But also you don't have to go out and buy a digital artwork. That might be too risky because you don't know what's good and what people will want in the future. You can just go and buy the coin that allows you to do that. So an example of an NFT project is Rarible. So an example is Rarible, the Rarible coin. Now this is a market cap of $47 million, so a tiny market cap. So if you want to buy this coin, like some of these coins you're not going to be able to buy on Binance and definitely not on Coinbase. You have to use a decentralized exchange like Uniswap. So if you want to buy any of these coins on Uniswap, just Google on YouTube how to buy coins on Uniswap. But that brings me kind of to my next point and the next potential hot trend of cryptocurrencies for the next year. Now, if you want to trade things on Uniswap, you have to pay gas fees in Ethereum because this is all done on the Ethereum blockchain. So if I want to send Ethereum right now, it probably costs about $10. So say I want to buy $100 worth of Rarible coin on Uniswap. I have to send my Ethereum to Uniswap to my MetaMask account. Like this might all seem a bit technical, but it is a little bit technical if you want to buy these tiny market cap coins. If you want to make that 50 to 100x, you're going to have to put in a little bit of effort. It's not completely easy right now. You have to kind of put in a little bit more effort than the next person is going to put in, but it doesn't take too long. But you have to go onto one of these decentralized exchanges like Uniswap. We're going to use that example. So to send, let's say, $100 worth of Ethereum to Uniswap, you have to pay $10 in gas fees right now because everyone wants to buy cryptocurrencies right now. So the gas fees are really high at the moment. Then to add to that, if you want to swap your Ethereum then for Rarible tokens, you have to pay another $10 in gas fees. So you're paying 20% just to get $80 worth of Rarible tokens or whatever currency you want to buy on Uniswap. Now it doesn't matter so much if you're buying large amounts, because I think it doesn't grow proportionally to the amount that you're trading with. So if you want to invest $10,000 in Rarible, if you're very wealthy, then it's not gonna cost you $1,000. It's just gonna cost you probably $10 to $15, a little bit more, but not proportionally more, if you know what I mean. So it only affects the smaller purchases of cryptocurrencies. But that's where second layer scaling solutions for Ethereum come in, and that's where Matic, the next coin on this list, comes in. So Matic allows for scaling solutions for Ethereum. So the problem with Ethereum, when too many people are trying to use the Ethereum network, it gets congested, and to be able to get your transaction through, you have to pay high fees to get it through. So that's why the fees are so high if you want to just trade coins. So Matic is a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum. So you can basically trade your Ethereum tokens on the Matic network, and that finalizes then onto the Ethereum network. So instead of doing your transactions directly through the Ethereum blockchain, using Ethereum miners to validate your transactions and paying those high gas fees, if you use the Matic network, the same transaction goes through on Ethereum, but maybe you pay less in gas fees, etc., etc. Now, where's Matic on the list? So Matic comes in with a market cap of $500 million, so $500 million. So still not a huge project, but not a tiny project either. So I do quite like Matic. So let's run on to the next coin. So the next coin that maybe should get a mention is Utrust. So that allows you to accept cryptocurrencies on any website, basically any WordPress website. So it's integrated with WordPress at the moment. So it allows you to take payments if you have a WordPress site in cryptocurrencies, but it has much lower fees and it's much faster than traditional methods of accepting cryptocurrencies or even accepting like Visa transactions onto your WordPress site. But hopefully in the future, you're kind of hoping that it gets more integrations than just WordPress in the future. So that's the idea with Utrust. All right, so now we're going to get to I did save the best till last. So I think this is the 50 to 100x gem that it is popping off a little bit right now, but I think it still could have a long way to run in this bull run, and that is APY Finance. So APY Finance allows you to deposit your funds, and it's a robot that will go out and yield farm for you. So find the best return on your investment for your, let's say I deposit 1 Bitcoin, it will go out all into the decentralized world and find the best return for you and keep changing it. So with yield farming, you're basically going to decentralized projects, seeing where the best interest rates are to lend out your Bitcoin, for example, and get a return on that, or to give your Bitcoin as a liquidity provider. So allowing your Bitcoin to be used as a liquidity for people trading in and out of Bitcoin, and you getting the transactions fees on that. And then, now I realize, there's better interest rate to be getting over here, and then it'll do all that for you. So it'll just find you the top interest rate in the future. Now this is a very small project. So this is number 240 on the list, and it has a market cap of 92 million. So still a tiny market cap, even though it's already run quite a lot, like a $100 million market cap. If that gets to 10 billion, which still isn't that much, that's a 100x. So APY Finance, I might actually stick a little bit of money into this, like not just like for most of these cryptocurrencies. I highly recommend you put very, very small amounts of money into them, money that you're very, very willing to lose. But yeah, so I usually just stick 50 to 100 euro, which is tiny proportions of my portfolio, just in case they do well in the future, or just to be able to keep an eye on them. But for this coin, I think I might stick a few €100 in, maybe even €1,000, hoping for that 50x, bring me up to 50 grand. But I'm going to research it a bit more, but I'm going to start with a few €100 and see where that takes me. So that's all the coins on the list for today, the speculative coins. Obviously not financial advice, be really, really careful with this. And yeah, if you're using Uniswap to buy APY Finance or any other decentralized exchange, which you'll probably have to do if you want to buy any of these coins, be very careful that you're buying the actual correct coin, because sometimes they can actually put fake coins onto these decentralized exchanges, because there's no companies like stopping that happening. So make sure you're buying the correct coin when doing this. So watch a few YouTube tutorials on how to do that. So if you enjoyed these picks, I'd hugely appreciate for the YouTube algorithm gods if you could smash the thumbs up button, subscribe for more videos about investing in the stock market and in cryptocurrencies. And with all that said, make sure you keep altcoins a low portion of your cryptocurrency portfolio. Keep Bitcoin, Big Daddy Bitcoin, number one, and maybe a little bit of Ethereum as well. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.